What the hell? It's a new year and I managed to upload before March? Hey everybody, first and foremost let me apologize. If I don't sound the best, I am a little sick at the moment. Holidays kind of take a lot out of you, you know how it is. Anyway, welcome. This is gonna be a channel update for 2026. 2025 was a huge year for AxelPort, as I'm sure you noticed. Season 2 kicked off, and with that we just went way further than we have in years past. I mean, my god, we went from like 5 in 2024 to 8 in 25? I guess when I put it like that, it doesn't sound that impressive, but when you look at the fact that I managed to actually get a video out per month, it starts to look a little better. The point being, Season 2 has gone super well for me personally. I mean, obviously, you're talking about a channel that's not very big, so expecting anything grandiose out of it's probably not the right answer. But for me, wow. I mean, initially, Doubloon wasn't in the picture at all, but one thing led to another, and now we're here. It's been a blast, and I would not change anything I've done for the world. Now that being said, I did have a couple of goals in mind for this year, and I am happy to say that we hit both of them. I didn't bring these up obviously publicly, but my goals were to hit 100 views per episode and to hit an upload each month. Let's talk about the 100 view one. That one, absolutely. Yes, we did hit every single actual AxelPort, got at least 100, and that feels amazing, dude. I came into this year with like, what, 80 subs, I think? And we're now sitting at 161 as of the time of me recording. So we doubled in that time frame, and at the same time, starting from 80, we still managed to get like 450 on Hulk and continually hit 100s on each actual episode from there. That's nuts. I've kind of figured that at least one of them would completely bomb. Really, I thought Santa Claus 3 probably wouldn't get to that point, but sure enough, another 100. I really cannot believe it. It's so cool to see that. Now, as for my upload each month, I mean, yes, there was a video uploaded to the AxelPort YouTube channel each month. Did I hit an actual AxelPort each month? Oh god, no. I mean, first off, obviously from January to April of last year, there was nothing. I'm not really counting that for this because the season hadn't started yet and I had been on that hiatus, obviously. From there, I mean, we hit Yoshi's Story in June, and then we get to July, and I had the Mario Kart video in the works at that point, but as you might have noticed, it's an hour long. I did not get it out in time. So we had that little weird video that I made. Then we get into, August, we hit that. Then in September, we hit Kirby. October, also Kirby. And then we go another month and a half without anything. Technically, yes, Axel Meets a Creature did come out November 30th, but that's the first minute of the Donkey Kong video. I don't know if that really counts either. But, if you take the fact that I got 2 AxelPorts out in December, you can kind of count that as me getting one out in November. It's fine. The point is, we did a lot better with video output this year, and I feel really good about that. I'm so happy to see how much positive attention they got. I'm happy to see that people liked what they watched, enough that I was able to hit my goals consistently on each upload. I won't lie, 2025 was a disastrous year for most people, it feels like, but it wasn't great for me either in my personal life. So having this as an outlet to be able to create something and have people just genuinely like what I did, it means the world to me. I genuinely cannot express enough how much I appreciate anybody who gave me even 5 seconds to click on it and say, oh no, this guy's a big fat pink lizard, no thank you. If you did that, thank you. It means so much. But that's enough about 2025. Things went great, I'm happy with that. I could not ask for more for last year. I don't want to ask for more from last year, frankly. I'd rather just leave that to its demons. Alright, so let's talk about 2026. It's a new year, it's a time for new goals. They're the same goals. Well, somebody's not very creative. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, really, what else would I ask for? I am twice the size as I was coming into 2025, but at the same time, you're still talking about, 160 sub YouTube channel. I think I'd be a little out of my mind to be like, oh, it's time to be expecting 1K per upload. No, not at all. We're gonna keep it simple. I'm going to continue to try and get a video out for you guys at least once a month. We'll talk about that more in a second. And I'm gonna hope that I can put out something that people watch enough to hit 100. That seems pretty simple. It seems pretty comfortable. This is a hobby for me more than anything, so I'm not really expecting to get the world here. But to jump back real quick, we're gonna get at least 12 AxelPorts out this year, but I am hoping that I can maybe we can get that all the way up to like 24, maybe 2 every month. But that does come with a little bit of a downside as far as the contents of those videos. I had a great time making AxelPort last year. The big thing is that I kept making 40-something minute long videos, or even an hour, and a lot of Axel hider doubloon segments that require lip syncing and moving and keyframing and all that. And I love doing that stuff, but I think I probably do need to pump the brakes a little bit for next year. Not like we're not doing it anymore. No, God, no. I mean, Misfit Ports is going to be by far the most of that you'll ever see on this channel. I mean, we can do a few more 24 killer style videos, right? We're going to hit a few videos this year where you're not going to see like Axel and Hyder and Doubloon and all them. You're going to just hear me talking about the game. And I apologize that not everything this year is going to be 100% with a skit story going on. I love doing that stuff, but sometimes it takes as much time to edit like 2 minutes as it does like an entire 10 minutes of gameplay segment. Or even more, honestly, sometimes. So I'd like to be able to get out a few more consistently and not have to sit here and go, oh, you know, I haven't uploaded in a month and a half. I sure should probably put out like a 2-minute long little nothing burger in the meantime. Now, don't take that as me saying that there's nothing on the horizon either. We'll touch on Misfit Ports again in a second, but beyond that one, there are a couple more that are going to be a little bit bigger, more Axel focused, I guess, if you want to call it that. One thing for sure, Pikmin. I thought we were going to do Pikmin 3 last year. That was kind of my goal, you know, do one each year leading up to Pikmin 4. And then just a lot of stuff happened with Pikmin in a weird way. I mean, the Switch 2 came out. Pikmin 3 had a lot of problems at launch that got fixed shortly enough that, you know, I don't even know if I should mention it in the video. And then at the end of the year here, as I've been kind of delayed by stuff like Donkey Kong, and Pikmin 3 is now rumored to be getting a Switch 2 upgrade, and I'm not sure if I should wait for that or not. So what I think we're gonna do is have summer kind of just be all Pikmin. You'll get Pikmin 3 and 4 this year is my goal. God help me, the Pikmin 3 script is already the longest in the history of this channel, and if I do cover the Switch 2 stuff, it's gonna be even longer. So you guys are gonna have a Pikmin treat on your hands. A true feature-length Pikmin film. Oh God. But yeah, look to that in like June, July. And then beyond that, the schedule as a whole is kind of decided. I'm a little uncertain for most of spring what I want to do, but going into, you know, January, February, I've got that on lock. I have something planned for April that I'm excited for, but we'll see how that goes. Summer, obviously, like I said, is going to be Pikmin heavy. And then the fall, winter, I have the fall, like Halloween special decided. I regrettably know what I'm gonna do for Christmas next year. Get excited for that one. And then we have some like little things that I'm gonna get to here and there, that those are gonna be like the ones that don't have a ton of Axel hider stuff going on. It's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to this year, especially if I can at least hit the 12 games that I really want to hit. I think that's gonna be fantastic. But hey, that's not all we're gonna do. AxelPort's gonna remain the bread and butter of this channel no matter what. Like, if you see an AxelPort upload, that is the main focus of this channel. That's not going away. But I did want to try a couple other things this year. Namely, I have one project that is already mostly recorded. I need to get a couple people to get back to me to finish one out, and then that will hopefully be a springtime thing. I'm really excited for that one. I hope that it turns out as good as I think it can. Beyond that, I have a couple of other ideas that I'm not sure if I'll get to this year, but if I can get to the one that I really hope I can, which will probably end up being a late year thing, you guys are in for a treat. I am so excited about this one. It may be a 27 thing. It is a huge project, but if I can get to it, oh God, I can't wait. I don't want to give it away too much, but it's something that has already been teased before on this channel. Yeah, that's it. That's all you're getting out of me. As far as other things to talk about for 2026, shorts. I did some short stuff last year. I'm sure some people saw it. It's not going to be the main focus of the channel either. I did decide that if I'm going to keep doing these, I'm not just going to take like little clips out of old videos anymore and repurpose them. That'll still probably happen here and there, but I think it'd be fun to do more of the Axel short style thing that I did with Donkey Kong 3. That was a sort of mini review on its own right. I tinkered with the idea of doing like a little short review review segment called Axel Shorts. That's like, you know, a little 5-minute, 6-minute snippet thing. That wasn't really doing it for me, but I think I can get away with doing YouTube shorts about games that are like tangentially related to recent topics that I just don't think I'm ever going to cover on the channel in a more like broad sense. Like, you know, I don't know if I'm ever going to truly want to cover Kirby Pinball Land on its own. That might get a short someday. That sort of idea. I think you probably will see quite a few more of those this year. I think it's a fun little way to, you know, branch my content out into other avenues without being like completely repetitive. So, you know, if short form content's your stuff, I'll have you covered. Don't worry. Let's see, as far as anything else, okay, last real main topic of conversation, Misfit ports. That is going to be the next like big video on the channel. I am happy to say that that's all like recorded and handled. I'm an idiot. That video is going to take so much more work than I really gave it credit for. We're gonna be a little while on that. It should ideally still be out at the end of January. If it's not, it'll be early February. In the meantime, I did decide that we're gonna jump back into Kirby for a little bit. I'm gonna do a little video on Kirby's Dream Land 2. It's probably not gonna be the biggest thing in the world, but it'll give you something to gnaw on in the meantime, at least. Don't worry, I won't leave you hanging forever on what happened to Axel and Doubloon after they capsized, and I won't leave you hanging on who that other fella was either. Don't you worry, we'll get there, I promise. I just need you to bide with me for now. This is going to be a big labor of love. I'm very excited for it, but it's a big one. It's a huge ass video. What else? I mean, I never really talk outside of the Axel persona on this account. Hi, this is Axel the guy. If you like what I've done, thank you again. If you want to reach out through some other method, I have a Twitter, I have a Blue Sky. I'll put the ats for those up on screen. There'll be a link in the description for both of those, I think, probably. It's pretty convenient that I'm the one person on this planet who ever thought to name themselves that, it feels like, except for some random guy like 20 years ago. I'm not this guy, by the way. I don't know who this is. But yeah, follow me on those. I am going to try and use them more this year. Maybe even, oh God, network a little? Oh, what a scary thought. Do I have anything else to plug? Do I have anything else to say for next year or about last year? Oh, of course I do. Where the hell are my manners? Huge thank you to Shoob7 on YouTube, also known as Shooby. He is the lead composer for AxelPort, and by that I mean he has put together a few different songs for me at this point. If you heard the outro song in any of my videos, that is Amphibicap Ensemble. I'll put a link to that one in the description. I love that song to death. He also put together Doubloon's theme, Gold Munch Goober. That one is in the Donkey Kong video. Again, link will be in the description for that. There's a lot of links in there. There's a lot of links. But he is easily the best composer I know, and I cannot thank him enough for what he has done for the channel and for me as a person. He is a wonderful, wonderful human being, and having him aboard for the ride has been a blessing and a half. In terms of other stuff, if you want to see me in anything else, by the way, check out the Bepsi movie. This was a dub that was put together by a fair amount of people for a wonderful little webcomic my friend Pogni makes. I do some voicing in that, and I also helped with like panel editing and stuff. That was a blast to work on. I love Bepsi. I think it would be phenomenal if you took some time to check that out if you're not already familiar with it. I think a fair amount of people actually probably found me through that, and as opposed to vice versa. But if you already watched it, go watch it again. I mean, it's a great time. But with that, I think that probably about does it. Thank you for 2025. Things were fantastic. It was the best year on the channel by far. 2026, I'm going to make better. There will be a lot more on the horizon. I'm very excited for all of this to finally get a move on. We're gonna get this show on the seas in a big way this year, and I cannot wait for you to be a part of it. So one more time, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, also Axel's design's been tweaked. I don't know why I didn't point that out earlier.